Ravens, Lions on EA Sports as we come to you today from Detroit, Michigan for today's game.
Back in your days when you had to take on a team from the AFC, didn't know them all that well. What was it like as we have this little interconference matchup today?
Well, I thought back in those days, Jim, you were about ready to show them what toughness was. Today, it's a little different. But I'll tell you this NFC team, they are hard-hitting bunch.
Grabbing the face mask. We see it almost once a week, and here it happens again.
Well, a lot of times these defenders, I'll give them a little slack because they're running so fast, they're trying to tackle some tremendous athletes in open space, and sometimes accidentally, you're going to grab the face mask.
Griffin's going to be in the pistol here. The Ravens are at the line of scrimmage and load up that line with an extra tight end. Smashes to the left side.
On his way.
The 10 all the way home and all alone. Touchdown.
To me, still one of the most exciting plays in NFL football, a long-running play for a touchdown. And how about that one? It had it all in its speed, good moves, good blocks, exciting touchdown.
Extra point is good. Going to test the coverage here.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. The fumble by the kick return team, and look out. The football goes out there. They make the recovery. Well, good job to do.
The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage. Takes it from the gun. Here's the first snap after the big play. They'll go shotgun here. Pass is targeted.
Nobody cares. Just get the job done. Deep down the field or throw it short to the running back and look at those extra yards after the short pass.
The Lions will take the snap from the 25. Establish the run, but there's nothing there here to start.
Well, they didn't pick up any yards that time, no doubt about it, but that's a bad job by the running back. He picked the wrong side to run to. Nobody was blocked to the side he went to.
Looks like they're in press coverage here. An extra tight end on the field for this one. The Lions have at the 24. There, make the tackle.
Nice run that time. You run the football like this over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
The Lions decked out in a lot of pink, and we see pink throughout the building. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month in the NFL. Feeds him again. And Eric Reed brings a ball to the basket.
situation like this, you got a 7-point lead. I think you need to be aggressive, attack this offense.
Halfway through this first quarter now. So, in on the tackle. A short field goal try on the way. Phil getting a field goal here midway through the first quarter to at least put up some production.
Yeah, that's what you need. Every drive is not always going to lead in a touchdown. And sometimes you overcome adversity. They did that drive, and they still got 3 points.
He's brought down at the 23-yard line. That return is good for about 22.
The Ravens offense taking the field again. They got everything they could out of that last possession, Phil. A solid touchdown drive.
Yeah, what a productive day so far for the offense. They mixed it up well. They got confidence. The quarterback's throwing well. This is a very good game so far.
First down at the 23.
The offensive coordinator just got to make some adjustments here. They can't stop the defensive line from sacking the quarterback. So we can keep the tight end in or keep the halfback in to help watch for the QB.
And following that penalty, it sets up second down and 17. Griffin's got it in the gun. And Griffin's pass will go incomplete. Let's take a look at the Ravens offense. They don't scare anyone when it comes to the running attack. Press coverage all the way. Griffin's going to take the snap from the shotgun. The catch is made. And they put it down at the 33-yard line.
Good job by the defense. Well taught, well schooled by the defensive coordinator. They know situations like this. If it's thrown short of the first down marker, they're good. They come up, make the tackle. Now you have 4th down.
Montgomery's got it on the return. The Lions retake the field on offense. They just piled up the yardage the last time they had it, but walked away with only 3.
Yeah, but you got to feel good about the team. They had a long march. They did a lot of good things on the offensive side. The offensive line performed well. And to march the football that far and kick a field goal, you got to feel good about it.
First down at the 21. Only a yard or 2. He's averaging about 3 yards a carry on the day. After the 2-yard carry, it sets up second down and 8. They bring in the extra tight end.
When you're a corner, you can take some chances. When you know your defense can sack the quarterback without blitzing. Good job that time by the defensive front.
The defense just mauling the quarterback. It'll be 3rd and 16 after the sack. Here's the handoff and they'll run it. The tackle is made, and that's a 3-and-out series for the offense. They've come out of the blocks fairly sluggishly, and this defense has taken full advantage, Phil.
Yeah, the offense had a tough time. They did not have a good series that time. And the defense, you were right, took advantage of a sluggish offense and got off the field.
Set up return. Here he goes. And he's tackled down at the 36-yard line. That return's good for about 9. The Ravens offense coming back onto the field, desperately trying to avoid a repeat of their last drive when they had the quick 3-and-out.
I'll tell you what, if they go 3-and-out again, you know what's going to happen. Those defensive players are going to be looking at them as they come off the field. They put this back out there already, so it's important to get it out.
Can you believe how steady and reliable this guy is?
He is. What's the phrase for him? He is money, Jim Nance, man. He pays off every single time. You throw the football near him, he'll make the catch.
The Ravens will take a snap from the 35. set at the line. First down at the 36. Reaches out and grabs it. And he's going to tackle right around the 43.
When you talk about throwing the football into open space, that's almost always against zone defenses. That's what we saw that time. Good job with the quarterback throwing it in.
We're now about to begin quarter number 2. And how much pressure do you think these offenses are feeling right now to open this game up, Parker?
Jim, I'm going to go back to when I played. The longer you go in the game without having success, I think it makes you tighter and you lose confidence on the offensive side. So you need something to do. Get off to a quick start and get it feeling good.
They complete the pass, but still not enough for the first. Third down coming up. Richardson lined up in the backfield. It's first down as they head to the line. The Lions come out and a bunch set from the gun. Makes the catch. That's his third catch of the day.
Wide receivers in the NFL, hey, they can catch it, but also they can break tackles. What a job in time by the wide receiver. Set up now with Larry.
That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. We'll send it back to the quarterback at the gun. Gets it out for the completion. Play number 6 coming up on this drive. The Lions from the 27. The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. The Lions get set at the line, needing to get to the 22 for a first. He's brought down. That's going to bring up 4th down. Murray's lining up for the field goal. He's 1 for 1 so far today. And he puts it through for 3. That field goal narrows the gap here in the early part of the second quarter, Phil.
Yeah, it was a good drive, Jim, that time. It's a morale booster. It gives you energy. It did everything for your football team. I know it was just a field goal, but I thought it was very important for the football team.
The Ravens offense back on the field, trying to make up for that costly mistake. Last time they had the ball, the turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So you make a mistake, let it go, go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score some points. Well, as you saw that receiver make the catch, I'll just say this. You cannot throw the football enough his way. There's no such thing. When in doubt, you don't like anything, turn, find him, and throw it to him.
Playing press coverage to the outside. First down at the 46. His pass will be incomplete this time. Second down following that incompletion. Griffin's got no one behind him. Just a quarterback waiting for the snap. The Ravens now move the chains.
I know it looks easy, but it's not. But a nice throw on this slant route. Slant route means you're slanting towards the inside. Good throw and catch.
Let's see what they do on first down following that huge play.
The line of scrimmage is at the 40.
the third will have it in the pistol. Set up screen. Burns there to make the stop.
That's what you call a bullet pass. Very little space to throw a football into, but he gets it done. A lot of velocity right on target.
It's third down coming up. The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage. RG3 from the gun. He's got the catch. Robinson's the one who brings him to the ground.
Ravens put themselves in a terrible situation. Third and long, but you know what? They've got a lot of talent on the offensive side, and that was an awesome job of picking up that first down.
For this play, they'll go with two tight ends. RG3 has it under center.
Guys going to change the play. Look out, I think he's going to go down the field with the football.
Ravens in the end zone.
I give all the credit to the wide receiver here. What a route. Fool the defender. He is wide open. Nice throw by the quarterback for the touchdown.
The Ravens with an extra point try on the way. He made it. The Lions are ready to receive the kick. Montgomery's running this one out. Away from the ball, there's a flag coming on the field. The defense accepts the penalty. Looks like they're in press coverage here. The Lions come to the line with a bunch set. The football has Orwell in two hands.
Quarterback that time realized it was zone coverage. He just waited for the defense to get out of position, and he threw it to the open hole.
They come to the line, and it's first down. Here's the handoff. It's up about 5.
Always good to have these types of runs. Yeah, it's not a first down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense.
It's knocked down. Third down all the way. Press coverage all the way. Last play before the 2-minute warning. They'll hike it to him out of the shotgun. Makes the play at the 4 down. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in the first half.
yesterday.
No.
5 yesterday here.
Oh yeah, you got bit by the bug. Where at? Where were you at?
Here.
That's good. Where were you at? Outside?
Not at the school.
What kind of bug was it?
It's over on the went inside.
What kind of bug was it?
The big bug.
You can't tell me what kind of bug it was.
It's a big bug.
Big bug? What kind? Like what kind was it?
Big.
Wasp, spider?
Huh?
Was it a bumblebee? Was it a spider? Was it a wasp?
A bumblebee.
No, you ain't saying about bumblebee.
What happened to me?
The Lions will go for it here on 4th down and a short yardage situation. The Lions have decided now to go for it on 4th down and a short yardage situation. The Lions have it at the 34. Trying to power his way in the middle. The Ravens defense has been organized by that conversion line.
I think you can tell when the defense is set up and you give up a down conversion, it is heartbreaking, and it has to be heartbreaking for the defense right now.
First and 10.
Zone defense doesn't work in the NFL like it used to. Good job of the quarterback reading that zone and finding the open guy. Good job of hurrying up and getting on that football and trying to get the play off. Don't use the timeout here. Good clock management. Snap that football.
Third and short, following the run. The Ravens defense now is going to go nickel out of the gun. The Lions get the first down.
On the offensive side, you got that defense guessing.
quit. The Ravens offense coming back onto the field. It was a good drive for them the last time they had it, all the way down to the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, you know, in this game, Jim, it's all about momentum. And when you feel you got the momentum on your side, you've got to take advantage of it. So now I think it's up to the offensive coordinator to call the right plays.
The Ravens line up now for the point after. And the extra point, the kick is good. The Ravens getting ready to kick it away.
Let it go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score some points.
The Ravens with no timeouts left. First down at the 19. Take the penalty. And after that penalty, it's now second down and 16.
Not a good job by the quarterback that time. Inside of 2 minutes in the first half, you got to get rid of the football. Nobody's open, just throw it away. That time, he loses yards by taking the sack.
The Lions will look to get to the 29 to pick up a first. Looking across the middle, intercepted.
Anytime you back up on the offensive side, the quarterback's got to be extremely careful because if you turn it over, you're just getting points to your opponent. That time, a bad decision by the quarterback. He throws an easy interception for the defense.
Trickle in the shotgun formation. Throws the pass. Then knocks the ball out incomplete.
Well, they always say if you get your hands on the football, you got to make the catch. Yeah, right. The guy named hit wasn't getting hit as he was trying to catch the football. Nice hit. That time by the defender.
We've reached the intermission, and soon we'll be sending you to Larry Ridley, who's going to break down all the first half highlights as we send it to Orlando in a moment. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions are ready to receive the kick. The second half kickoff is a comeback in the cards in this one-sided affair. Smith's not going to test the coverage this time as he takes a knee. The Lions just gave up some big turnover points. Let's see if they can hold the football this time, Phil, because we know how crucial it is. We talked to the coaches about it this week. This was their concern with this team.
Well, if you want to stay on the field, you better quit turning it over, right, Jim? That's what the coaches look. You make mistakes on the field, they're going to be forgiven to a point, but you got to be smart, you got to be efficient, and get the job done.
After that grab, it's now second down and 2. Gets the handle here.
He's going to take the football out to the 28-yard line. That's not a good job by the running back. Play the situation. It's second and short. Get the first down. He makes a bad decision. Gets tackled short. And now we got a tough third down coming up.
On the way, third down. to punt here. Still powering ahead. The Ravens back on the field with their offense now. They've scored on each of their last two drives, and they're feeling pretty confident right now at the start of this one.
Yeah, it ain't amazing what the mind can do sometimes on the football field. You go out there and you score, and you feel like nothing can stop you. So would not be surprised to see him go out there and have success again. Quarterback sees something in his defense he wants to take advantage of. Looking to go down the field here. A foot race to the end zone.
And that touchdown puts them in the driver's seat. Early stages of the second half.
You know, somewhere along the line, you've got to take a stand and you just got to say, I've had enough. And on the defensive side, they didn't do that in that drive, so maybe they can come out on the offensive side, find a way to score some points and get back into this game.
The Lions are ready to receive the kick. Montgomery's going to run this one out. Over at the 18-yard line. The Lions got absolutely nothing out of the previous possession. Here they are back on the field. Another 3 and out. That would be very demoralizing to this team right now, Phil.
Yeah, it's going to be demoralizing to the offense, but I'll tell you, it's going to be more demoralizing to the defense because they need to sit on the sidelines and give it a rest. So I know there's a lot of pressure on this offense right now.
Second and short following the run. From the gun. The Lions now move the chains.
They're really in a tough spot. That is a good job picking up the first down. You're down big in the second half. All you do is keep picking up those first downs. You hope it leads you to a score, then you play the game from there.
Playing press coverage to the outside. First down here after the completion. formation here for the defense. Griffin from the gun. Look at that concentration as he makes the grab.
Good job by the offense getting the first down in the red zone. Now it becomes tricky. Can you see the defense where you get a chance to get a score?
Play number 6 coming up on this drive. First and goal from the 1. Another touchdown. This is going to be a true statement win for them today.
They have served notice to the rest of the NFL, but this is what they want to do the rest of the year. That is, be sharp on offense, be physical on defense, and this is what can happen when you win in a row.
Montgomery's going to test the coverage here. He had nowhere to go, and they tackle him at the 16-yard line.
The Lions are set to take the field again on offense after a crazy sequence that didn't go their way.
That turnover led to turnover points, and now let's see if the offense can get that back.
Yeah, listen, I know they're going to be motivated because after they turned the football over last time, the coaches took them to the sideline and was gave pass for sure. That's a good way of seeing it. So the motivation, can't make those kind of mistakes. You've got to go out there and be much better.
That little throw was good for only 3, so it's now 2nd down and 7. We still have more than a quarter to play here, Phil, but this defense shows no signs of wearing down.
I think we're surprised by this, really. We didn't expect them to just dominate all day long, and so far it has been total domination.
The offense is still on the field here on 4th down, needing 6 for the first. From the shotgun. That grab. It's now 2nd down and 2. Out of the shotgun formation. Floyd's got first down.
All we can do is that was a good job by the offense, picking up the first down, down big in the 2nd half. Hey, don't worry about the score right now. Just find ways to execute plays and get down there and score a touchdown.
The shotgun.
Can you reach behind, make the catch, and keep going full speed? That's the sign of a good receiver.
Into the open, trying to escape the pressure, and there he goes, sliding to get away from the hit.
It's a rough game out here. Avoid hits at all costs. Good job that time by the quarterback sliding before he takes the hit.
3rd and 3. They'll go grab. Jernigan's going to make the tackle. The Lions will go for it here, 4th down and short. Richardson lined up in the backfield. He'll just barrel it in here. been a completely one-sided affair, I'd ask you to come back as possible, but when it's this margin, Phil, I'm a realist.
You are a realist, Jim, and you know when you're behind, like you are all the times when we play golf on the 14th or 15th hole, you know it's over. But we finish it out, and you know what? Same game as football game. They got to go ahead and finish this game out.
Breaking huddle at the 20. The Lions lined up in the nickel.
Quarterback's picking up on something. He's changing play here.
For the sack.
And his defensive end, Jim, he's so talented. That's a good job making the shows speed. And gets it around there and gets the sack.
And they overcome the sack. Third down on the way. The Lions with 2 extra defensive backs in the dime. Griffin standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. With another touchdown. The rest of this quarter is simply a formality.
It's what it looks like. It just looks like it. Doesn't look like it is. This game is absolutely over. There's no such thing as a miracle that's going to pull this out for the losing team. But give the offense a lot of credit. On the winning side, they have been sharp all day long.
Smith running this one out. To the 20, mark it down to 19. The Lions offense back on the field, trying to make up for that costly mistake. Last time they had the ball, the turnover they committed immediately turned into points against them.
Yeah, it did, Jim, but you know what? It's not a perfect game. You got to deal with adversity when you're talking about football. So if you made that mistake, let it go out there, be aggressive, and see if you can score some points.
First down at the 19.
Pick up positive yards and hope it leads you to a score later.
The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. We'll go crowd. Attack was made right around the 39-yard line. He's averaging about 4 yards a carry.
Almost to the 40 at the 39-yard line. Second half, hey, don't worry about the score right now. Just find ways to execute plays and get it out there and score a touchdown.
Completion here as he was looking over the middle. First down coming up. The corners are going to meet the receivers right on the line of scrimmage.
Football thrown behind the line of scrimmage. They do it that time. Nice catch, but a loss of yards on the play.
Loss of 4 on the play. Dropping back now into the shotgun. Going to be a penalty here. That ball has been picked up.
short.
The Lions with a nickel look here on defense. Jumps into the air and pulls it down.
This is an awesome job by the head coach, the offensive coordinator, and the offense. Just keep picking up those first downs. We've got a big lead here in the second half. Keep that clock running.
First down following the long play. Griffin's going to take it from the gun. He's in for the touchdown, but there is a flag down. I felt like I could have said this in the first quarter instead of waiting until midway through the fourth, but this game is over.
It is, the way you said it is there's a finale to it, no question. And the losing team, the coaches, the players, they got to go back, they got to go right searching because this was one pitiful effort.
On the 29-yard line. The Lions will come out of the dime.
They're changing things here. Quarterback changing it. He's giving the receivers some new instructions.
The Ravens are in front thanks to their quarterback. Griffin's been unstoppable so far.
He has been unstoppable. When your quarterback is hot, keep giving the football to him. They've done it, and he is rewarded the coaches.
Third down. Looks like they're in press coverage here. Griffin's alone in the backfield. Griffin's got it in the gun. This is third down. Press coverage all the way. Here's the handoff and they're running. Tackles made. First down is picked up.
That is a good job picking up the first down. Down big in the second half. All you do is keep picking up those first downs. You hope it leads you to a score, and then you play the game from there.
The Lions look like they have nothing left after a hard-fought victory a week ago, and today they are getting dusted.
Well, the mind was right. The body is just not there for him today. Definitely out of gas, and it shows in his performance. One of the worst of the season.
Again. He's up over 90 yards so far on the day.
Well, the head coach loves to run the football, and that's why this running back is one of the top 10 in the NFL in rushing attempts. They keep giving it to him. He shows his toughness by picking up some yards.
Now looking at third down. Brings it in. Reed is there and makes the play.
All they need to do is finally get the first down big in the second half. When you're on the offensive side, don't look for the quick score. Just look to pick up positive yards and hope it leads you to a score later.
Here's the handoff. He picked up 7 this time. He's averaging about 4 yards a carry. Trey will go hurry rather than call a timeout. 2nd and 3.
switch to the outside. The Ravens defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. We'll go nickel. The Lions will take a second here to talk things over as they call a timeout on second down. Second down here. The Lions at the line of scrimmage with their set of receivers in a bunch formation. Can't bring it in. That'll probably go as a drop.
When you get third and goal, a lot of times it just comes down to who's willing to fight the hardest. We'll find out here in a second.
Play after play after play here on this drive. Snapping it out of the gun. Touchdown as we near the end of this one. A late touchdown in this blowout. You wonder, why did they play like that at the start?
Well, listen, they tried to, but they're just not as good as the other team, especially on this day, and that's why they struggled all day long and had a tough time. And finally, the defense let them move, and they gave them a mercy touchdown there at the end of the game.
He'll have a chance to take off. Brought down at the 38 and run back of about 12. The Ravens offense takes the field and they're looking to kneel this game out. How great a feeling was it to take the field, Phil, knowing you had just to take a knee and then you could celebrate?
It's the best. You get in the huddle, you can smile at each other, but the one thing you do talk about, Jim, make sure you protect the quarterback and don't let somebody come in and get a cheap hit on it before you can move down and win this game.
Oh, it almost picked off that time. Well, they came in off a win, and they make another one here today.
Hey, 2 weeks in a row, Jim, you play good football, you win. That's a lot of positive reinforcement. You feel good about what you're doing, and there's no way you think you'll lose the following week.
For Phil Sims and all the crew at NBA Sports, Jim Nance saying so long for now.
of the third. 5 to shoot for Klay Thompson. Thompson fires away. Klay Thompson coming alive, and it's a 9-point game. Good job. Good job. We're getting some rhythm now. All right, stay with it. Hey, when we got shots, we got to take them. When we got to break, we got to drive it, okay? Make sure we smart, okay? How come the Cavaliers' long lead pass to Smith? He'll dump back to the ball.
Watch out.
Golden State trying to get back in the game, but every time the Cavaliers respond.
Draymond might make us look at who they brought in. You mentioned Matt Forte. They can win football games with Geno Smith at quarterback. They can win football games with Christian Hackenberg, the rookie, playing. Their defense is that good.
Playoff game.
So check down Charlie. You can win with that. This offense, you mentioned the offensive line. They are so physical up front offensively that they could certainly win games without Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Overall, and they hope that Simmons will work out as Iverson did. We're covering everything in Philadelphia tonight. Chris Broussard following the Sixers.
With the Philadelphia 76ers set to draft Ben Simmons, the suspense around here will begin after the #1 pick. The Sixers hope to get in the top 8, preferably number 3 from the Boston Celtics. They've talked to the Celtics about a deal involving either Jahlil Okafor or Nerlens Noel, so keep your eye on that. They're targeting guards. They like Chris Dunn. They like Jamal Murray. They like Buddy Hield, and one of those guys is who they hope to get if they can sneak into that top 8. They also have the 24th and 26th picks of the first round to sweeten any package they put together.
And once free agency starts in July, they're going to have virtually all of their cap money to spend as the Sixers try to rebuild, get things started, get back on the winning track after winning the fewest games in the NBA combined over the last 3 seasons, winning just 47. All of the news tonight will be followed by our Andy Katz and Mark Stein. Both of them are standing by. Andy, we'll start with you. What's the latest you have?
Well, here's picking up off of Chris's point. Through all of our reporting, it seems to be there is a consensus with the top 8 players of who will be selected. But it's after that, at 9 on down, a lot of teams are just not happy with their spot. We've already seen a number of teams move out of this first round, including Utah, for example, which told me, look, they think they could get a veteran help more than someone in this draft. So I think you're going to see a lot of people tonight, Mark, who are wearing the hat, and then they're going to take off the hat because they're going to be at a different team. Who are a couple of teams you've heard maybe are really having some tough decisions in that top 8?
Well, the Celtics, we're going to be talking about them all night. You heard Chris Broussard talk about the Philadelphia and Boston talks. But the Celtics this week, they've been aggressive even for them, and they're always aggressive. They tried to trade for Jimmy Butler. They tried to trade for Gordon Hayward. They tried to trade for Jabari Parker or Chris Middleton in Milwaukee. Got shot down on all those fronts, but they will not stop. Then you also have to watch what's going on in Phoenix. Marquise Chris, the assumption has been that they were locked in on Chris with a #4 pick, but sources are telling me tonight Dragan Bender has moved up their board, and there's a real internal struggle now in Phoenix. Reese, do they take Bender or Chris at the #4 spot?
Both of them projects in different ways, Mark. Bender's only 18 years old. He'll turn 19 during the season. Didn't play a lot with Maccabi Tel Aviv this year, but he's certainly got an immense skill set. That is the same thing you can say for Ben Simmons in Philadelphia. He put up huge numbers at LSU last year. What do you like about Ben Simmons?
He's the most NBA-ready player coming into the league that I've seen in a long time. I think he could have started on most any team in the league last year with his skill set, as you put it. He's an elite passer, averaged about 5 assists per game. He can pass out of the post. He's a great passer in transition. This guy's 6'10", and he's got Magic Johnson passing ability, LeBron James passing ability. He's got great vision, and he does a great job handling the basketball. He handles the ball like a point guard. He's a great driver. He did not shoot a lot of jump shots this last season, so everybody played him for the drive, and still he's able to get by people. He's left-handed. He goes left about 70% of the time, and he goes there because nobody can stop him from going left 70% of the time. And he's a big-time rebounder. Averaged about 12 rebounds per game. That was more than Kevin Love averaged when he was in his freshman year in UCLA. And when he gets a rebound and the defensive end, he can rip and go and take it all the way. He gets to the free throw line 9 times per game, but his productivity is is incredible. Now, he's not a great shooter, but his mechanics are not broken. He's got good mechanics. I think he's going to be a good shooter in time. And Jalen Rose has had a great comparison of him to Grant Hill as a player. Grant Hill only took 2 threes his freshman year. He only took 3. Give him some time, he will be able to shoot it.
84% of his field goal attempts at LSU this year came from inside the paint. The mid-range game, as Jay alluded to, is something that is still a work in progress for Ben Simmons. He only shot 28%, only made 16 field goals outside the paint in the mid-range, and only 1 from three-point land, less than 1% of the shots attempted from the outside. Now, as the NBA goes to a perimeter game and things change a little bit, the question now becomes for the Sixers, with this question about Ben Simmons, a question about not winning enough at LSU and they're not shooting well from the perimeter, is Philadelphia making the right decision?
They are a multi-dimensional player, and we're in the era of positionless basketball because we know they were really created so a novice can follow the game. This guy's a perfect example of that. He's going to be what I consider a power guard. He's going to guard a lot of fours, but he's going to be a primary ball handler and or a secondary ball handler in a lot of situations. And how do you get to 20 points when you can't shoot mid-range and you can't shoot threes? That means they can't stop you from getting to the hole. So if he's able to finish like that in the NBA, he's going to be a terrific prospect.
I have no question about his ability to handle anything in terms of the basketball. Can he handle the pressure? The pressure of being the first pick in the draft is enormous, and some kids, despite skill level, don't live up to it. Find it just crowds them. Kwame Brown is somebody I'm thinking of. And obviously, he went straight from high school, literally broke out facially. I mean, his skin, he broke out when he was with the Wizards because the pressure got to him. Going to Philadelphia with the last #1 overall selection, led that franchise to its last finals appearance. I know position-wise there's no comparison to Allen Iverson, but you know there are going to be those comparisons. How is a guy who played in football country at LSU now moving to a basketball-crazed place in Philadelphia where they haven't had success in so long? How, Reese, is he going to handle the pressure of those expectations?
You know, you look at Ben Simmons, he's been a prodigy. He was playing with kids twice his age when he was 5, 6, 7 years old. His mom used to have to try to offer him money just to go get in the game. He didn't really want to be that assertive. She told him once she'd give him $100 to go in the game. I'll tell you this right now, the Sixers aren't going to get that deal. They're going to have to pay a whole lot more to get Ben Simmons in the game, and they'll gladly do so. The presumptive #1 overall pick chatted with Lisa Salters.
Hey, well, there's a lot of nerves in this green room right now. Players not knowing where they're going to go. Not so with Ben Simmons. He seems very calm, very cool. Just, you know, what's the waiting been like for you, Ben?
It's been long. I feel like I've been waiting since I was 5 years old, honestly. I've been working so hard to get to this point, and, you know, I'm finally here, so it's exciting.
Now, you know, in just a few moments, you're about to become the face of a franchise, a rebuilding franchise. What makes you comfortable about that? Are you comfortable with that?
I think I just believe in my confidence. You know, I know I can play the game the right way. So leading into it, I'm looking forward to wherever I go to just work hard and put in the work.
Well, we're almost there. Hang in there. Good luck to you. Guys.
Very smooth, clean look in the suit, too, for Ben Simmons tonight, and taking a fashion-forward step compared to everybody else by going necktie as opposed to bow tie. Lakers and Celtics will follow the Sixers on the draft board. There's Brandon Ingram. He is the guy that appears to be headed to Los Angeles with the 2nd overall pick. We'll talk about that, and where will Buddy Hield wind up? The Wooden Award winner from Oklahoma is in the green room tonight.
Mike and Dave are looking for dates for their sister's wedding in Hawaii.
Those guys are going to take us to Hawaii.
Witness the incredible true story.
They're leaving. It's not part of the plan.
Are you okay?
I am now.
Save your life! Two brothers strive to do the right thing.
She's a school teacher.
The key to teaching children is repetition. You'd be surprised how stupid they are.
But they brought the wrong girls.
I saw Tatiana with Cousin Tammy.
That was for tickets to Rihanna.
Mike and Dave, wedding dates rated R.
Taco Bell's $5 cravings deal. With a cheesy gordita crunch, burrito supreme, nachos, taco, and a Baja Blast. All the cravings one person can handle. Just $5. Only at Taco Bell.
Go, 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 go!
You're there every step of the way.
Help them go further with the protection of life insurance from New York Life. Get started today.
Hot Pockets! At our house, we're always down for more. And the heartiness of Hot Pockets makes that more possible. Case in point, handcrafted skydiving chamber. Hey, got something.
Starving up in here.
Got it.
Refueling.
Be hungry for more. Just never be hungry. With premium pepperoni and 100% real cheese.
Hot Pockets!
Nestle. Good food, good life.
NBA Draft 2016, presented by State Farm, is brought to you by Corona, who invites you to find your beach.
Back here in the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, getting ready for the 2016 NBA Draft. Here is the lottery order. The first of Boston's 8 picks will be number 3. Now that 12th pick is Atlanta's now, or will be eventually. Utah's probably going to make that. That is part of the Jeff Teague trade that you probably heard about. So we'll have that happen a few times tonight. Teams will step up and make the pick, but it's on its way to another place via trade. Will that happen for Boston or LA in the 2 and 3 spots? We have reporters covering both teams. Jeff Goodman is with the Celtics, but we start with Ramona Shelburne covering the Lakers.
Thanks, Reese. The Lakers were the worst three-point shooting team in the league, and they really believe that Duke forward Brandon Ingram can help them in that department. He shot 41% as a freshman. He can defend multiple positions, and so lest somebody blows them away with a trade offer before they make their pick, that's who they intend to take. The other guy checking his cell phone today? That would be new head coach Luke Walton, whose wife Bree is pregnant with their second child. She's due today. Now with a report on the Celtics, here's Jeff Goodman.
Ramona, here in Boston, where the intrigue really begins. Danny Ainge, 8 picks, 3 in the first round, including the number 3 overall pick. I spoke to him earlier. He said mid-afternoon he felt like he was close to making a deal. Then it cooled off a little bit. There's still time, and remember, Ainge has made a couple of big blockbuster deals on draft night. He dealt for Ray Allen in 07. He traded away KG and Paul Pierce 3 years ago. There's still a little bit of time left on the table, so we'll see what Ainge can do. Back to you, Reese.
All right, Jeff, and the nomenclature for the trades will be proposed trades until they're official by the league, so some of that could come into play with Boston and Los Angeles, even perhaps more likely Boston later on in the draft tonight. Among those players at the top, we know you like Simmons and Ingram. Who do you have in your best 5?
Well, Ingram number 2, and then I've got Chris Dunn of Providence as the 3rd best prospect in this draft. Chris Dunn is an excellent defender, got great length. He's a spectacular athlete. I think he's going to be an all-defensive player in the NBA. Following that is Jamal Murray, the freshman from Kentucky, averaged 23 points per game over his last 16. A great shooter. And then the leading scorer of this group, 25 points a game this last year, the senior Buddy Hield out of Oklahoma, rounds up the top 5.
Those are Phyllis's best available there. And Brandon Ingram is a guy who can bring some instant scoring to the Laker offense.
Well, he's multi-dimensional. Brandon Ingram shot 43% from 3 after November. He made 83s on the season, so he can step away. He's got a wingspan of 7'3". He may be slight of build, but he is stronger than he looks. He can handle it. He can pass it. They used him a lot in isolation on the left side of the floor where he could go one-on-one. And he was in the NCAA tournament, averaged 23 a game. For Ben Simmons, being a multi-dimensional talent also, he'd be the number 1 pick. He's the clear number 2.
It's a nice second pick tonight for Luke Walton, who's got that most important little bundle coming in his own family. But yeah, I mean, it seems like a no-brainer. That'd be a surprise. The action would start with Danny Ainge, as we mentioned. I believe in Ainge. I believe in Ainge's ability to get something done.
You know, we'll find out. We'll find out how much Luke Walton really likes Brandon Ingram if he names his kid after him, right? If he does, that will let you know for sure, I think. All right, let's see how much Jalen Rose and Jay Williams like these guys and which order they would put them in. This might be the last official mock draft we have before the real thing, guys.
Hey, we had a really good mock draft yesterday. We had our top 7. Today we're going with our top 5.
Easy to say. Jay Rose, we both think Ben Simmons, consensus number 1 pick.
Ben Simmons, number 1. Almost 20 points, almost 12 rebounds, 5 assists. Has a chance to be a superstar in the league, Jay. I'm taking a guy that's already been on Fallon. That already has a $20 million deal with Nike.
Plus, he gets a chance to learn the blueprint from Rich Paul and LeBron James. His agent, nothing better than do that. Cal's banging on the sideline over here again.
So who will you take? You.
We're talking about me taking the first, second pick. I think the Lakers are going to take Brandon Ingram, but I take Chris Dunn with the second pick. Lakers are probably going to take Brandon Ingram, but I take Chris Dunn. I don't know if I'm a firm believer in D'Angelo Russell as a franchise PG for the Lakers. Do you believe in that?
I don't believe he should be around any cell phones and recording people without their knowledge, is what I believe. And then profiting off of their misery.
That's a fair point.
That's what I believe.
So let's say Brandon Ingram does go here. Chris, all right, what do you do if you're the Celtics?
If I'm the Celtics, here's the thing. They already have a lot of backcourt depth. You have Isaiah Thomas. You have Avery Bradley. You just took Marcus Smart in the lottery. But you got to take the best available player because you're still trying to build something special. And I think Chris Dunn has the ability to be a terrific player on both ends of the floor.
Phoenix, I think, has a chance to get an interesting prospect here. And I know people are talking about Bender. He could be there as well. I really like Marquise Chris. He's 6'10", good wingspan, can knock down that mid-range jump shot, can knock down a deep 3-2. You can see him and Eric Bledsoe being involved in a ton of ball screens, pick and pop scenario.
He's my sleeper, Jay. I think this guy has a chance to be as good as this guy.
Ooh.
He's going to be a stretch 4.
Okay.
He's 6'10", plays mid-range, has an NBA body, and has a lot of bounce in those legs. Do not sleep on Marquise Chris.
Let's go to Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Do you need another guard?
All I know is they need a knockdown shooter.
Yes, they do.
You have Karl Anthony Towns inside. You have Andrew Wiggins, who's a slasher. Rubio, who's a really good passer. And Levine, who I really like. Maybe Buddy Hield, but Coach Cal, and Coach Cal gives me lottery picks.
He was just over here,
every
by the
year.
way, banging on the table, making sure we're going to take Jamal Murray.
Lottery picks, so Coach Cal wants, Coach Cal gets. And Coach Cal says he wants
Jamal
him
Murray.
there, so that's where he goes.
Well, how about, do you think they need another ball handler on that team too? Is Zach Levine?
He's a ball handler. Now, I don't know how he's going to be able to defend ball handlers.
Okay.
That's another subject for another day.
Well, how about this? We have some time, so we're going with a little extra bonus pick here.
Let's get it.
Going to bonus pick, so New Orleans, right?
Yep.
No Eric Gordon now. And you need another knockdown shooter, right? I think Buddy Hield has a chance to be one of the best players in this draft. A lot of people talk about, well, he's a 4-year guy. Has he hit his upside? I think this league is starting to be built for guys that understand how to play the game and able to understand spacing, and that's Buddy Hield.
And you play with Anthony Davis, one of the top young players in the league. He'll get you a double-double and get you blocks. So you need a guy that's going to spot up and knock down shots.
There you go, RD. Not our top 5, but our top 6 for you.
All right, Jay Will, that mock draft, it's been assumed that Marquise Chris would go to Phoenix, but maybe it's Dragan Bender starting to make his move up, or maybe you just have to remember all the front office guys. There are 2 types on this night, liars and those who don't tell the truth.
Army Reserve soldiers use their skills to make the Army even more capable and gain the tools to make themselves even more successful. Learn how at GoArmyReserves.com.
You might not remember the landscaping or the hours I spent mowing, but he will remember this.
Now on sale at your locally owned True Value. The Traeger Tailgater Wood Pellet Grill for $4.49. The Pre-Thumb Garden Cart. And a Liberty Garden Hose Reel Cart. Behind every project is a True Value.
Get back here, boy. Get back here because you can't in a tax-free state. You need 24 million on the tax, like fucking him out. He opted out and had 24 million left on him. He got money. Yeah, he been getting big deals, bro. That's type of shit you make when you got money.
Summer is heating up in home automotive with
with our red-hot clear-the-lot sales event. We're slashing prices up to $8,000 off on over 4,000 new and pre-owned vehicles. Hurry in for our red-hot clear-the-lot sales event all month long, only at Hall Automotive.
We are Southern.
Discover the Southern difference at both Southern GMC locations, Greenbrier and Lyndhaven. For a limited time, get up to 20% off MSRP on the biggest selection of new GMC trucks and crossovers. That's right, 20% off. 0% financing for up to 60 months available. Military up to $1,000 extra. Plus, a lifetime of benefits with the Southern Hospitality Buyers Program.
We are Southern.
Summer is heating up at Hall Automotive with our red-hot clear-the-lot sales event. We're slashing prices up to $8,000 off on over 4,000 new and pre-owned vehicles. Hurry in for our red-hot clear-the-lot sales event all month long, only at Hall Automotive.
With the fourth pick in the 2015 NBA Draft, the New York Knicks select Kristaps Porzingis from Liepāja, Latvia.
Oh, despite videotaped evidence to the contrary, every Knicks fan will say they were on board with that pick of Kristaps Porzingis last year. Averaged 14 points, 7 rebounds in his first season with the Knicks, and maybe entices somebody to take a flyer on Dragan Bender tonight. Fran Fraschilla joins us now. Now, that's the easy comparison, Fran, but why is Dragan Bender different from Porzingis?
He's 28 months younger, Reese, and he didn't play at the level that Porzingis did when he starred in Spain. But what you have in this young man is 7'1", an athlete, agile, and skilled. And he's only 18 years old. He'll turn 19 in November, which means there's a long way between what he is now and what he'll be as an NBA player. One thing you can't dispute is he does have Porzingis' toughness. This kid's been away from home since he was 12 years old. He's been in Israel the last 2 years, and he's going in the lottery. And when you look at these guys right here, you see Bender at the top, Furkan Korkmaz from Turkey, Ante Zizic, an athletic Croatian, the most ready player in this draft, Juan Hernan Gomez from Spain, 6'9", small ball power forward, Ivica Zubac from Croatia, 7'1", 265, which means Croatia may have 3 guys taken in the first round. Amazing, because the country has only 4.2 million people. And the X factor tonight, Thon Maker out of Australia, the first high school player since 2005 that's going to go in this draft.
Took a year of prep school in Canada. There were some reports about questions about how old Thon Maker really is. Perhaps we will address those as the night goes on, depending on where he goes. In terms of predictions tonight, of what we're about to see once the Sixers get on the clock, give me a big prediction. Bold one.
A bold prediction? I think I said it. Marquise Chris has an opportunity to be just as good, if not better, than the guy that's going number 2 in Brandon Ingram.
I keep looking at my watch because I'm trying to figure out how much time Danny Ainge has to pull off something. I mean, he's clearly been trying. I mean, for a couple of weeks and intensely for the last few days. And the Celtics are on the verge. 48 wins last season. They don't need a rookie, even a seasoned, ready-to-play rookie. They need a veteran. Danny Ainge is clearly trying to do that.
We're probably going to see some teams take some gambles. That because after you get past 7 or 8, there aren't players that you're going to, wait a minute, this guy could be, you're going to see some teams take a swing for the fence with a player that's got amazing potential, but it's going to take a little while. So younger and great potential may win out in a few of these picks.
And the other thing that teams have to be cognizant of is that they're going to have to not only swing for the fences, they're going to have to open up their checkbooks. The salary cap is going to skyrocket coming up next year, and then it's going to rise again the year after that. It's going to have an impact on the way teams approach their free agency starting July 1st and on the draft. For that, Tom Penn is with us. Tom, of course, an executive for years with the Grizzlies and the Blazers. So, Tom, how's this going to impact things?
I think tonight starts a wild 2 weeks. Plenty of trades. The money's coming in. The players get half of it. What does that mean? You said it, Reese. It skyrockets right here. Up to $94 million this year. Everybody's got cap room, and it happens again next year. That means these deals are, nobody's done this before. In the front offices, they don't know what to do. They don't know how to handle themselves. I think we're going to see some wild activity starting tonight into next week.
And Tom, in addition to the cap, there's some teams that have to get to the 4. Money will be spent, and the first money will be spent on that man, Ben Simmons of LSU. He will be the 76ers' first pick that's coming up, followed by Ingram. The NBA draft will start from Brooklyn right after this.
Take it easy, take it easy, take it easy. No need to hurry. No slipping, no sliding, no bumping.
The Corona can always finds its beach.
Steak used to cost $1 a leg. But now you can get a new tender braised steak and melted cheese wrapped in a warm flatbread for just $1.49. Taco Bell steak flatbread sandwich. Eat it for them.
You see them through all of life's ups and downs. Help them go further with the protection of life insurance from New York Life. Get started today.
Hi, I'm Robert Sierra, Heinz Pitmaster Partner. My Memphis-style sauce is sweet and spicy.
Give me the line again.
Our signature's on every bottle.
Pitmasters don't make great spokespeople. They make great tasting barbecue sauce. Heinz barbecue sauce, made with the masters.
You cannot own a child of God. No, you cannot. Free State of Jones is powerful and poignant.
It's Vegas everywhere.
Academy Award winner Matthew McConaughey commands the screen. A film that can only be described as epic. Tomorrow.
The winds are shifting.
Experience the incredible untold story.
There's plenty left to fight for.
Free State of Jones, rated R.
Ben Simmons, homemade Foot Locker commercial, take 1. Yo, Carl Anthony Towns, nice gear. Foot Locker? No doubt, Ben. Balls like us gotta keep it fresh. Any advice for my rookie year? Man, you're Ben Simmons. All that natural talent you got, just be yourself and you'll be rookie of the year, just like me. Thanks, Carl Anthony Towns.
Welcome to Brooklyn in the NBA Draft 2016, presented by State Farm. Tonight from the Barclays Center, home of the Nets for the 4th straight year. They will host the draft, and we welcome in now the commissioner of the NBA, Adam Silver.
Good evening, and welcome to the 2016 NBA Draft at Barclays Center, home of the Brooklyn Nets. Thank you to the Nets for hosting tonight's draft, and thank you to our fans here and around the world for joining us and for your support all season long. Before the draft begins, let me congratulate the Cleveland Cavaliers on winning their first NBA championship in franchise history and the city's first championship in 52 years. It was a dramatic ending to a thrilling season, and the 2016 NBA Finals were the most watched in our history. I also want to congratulate the Golden State Warriors on an outstanding finals performance and a remarkable record-breaking season. What Cleveland and Golden State accomplished this past season started, in many ways, on this night. The draft is where the league's future stars are born, and the foundation for future championships is set. Next season starts tonight, and for the players and families gathered here, this is the beginning of a new journey. These young men have dreamed of this day since the moment they first picked up a basketball, and their hard work is about to pay off. The first pick in the 2016 NBA Draft belongs to the Philadelphia 76ers, who have 5 minutes to make their selection.
The Sixers have 5 minutes here, but they've spent weeks examining, and perhaps there was some talk at one point that they would not go with Ben Simmons, but Philadelphia, for the third time in its history, will have the #1 overall pick in the draft. The last time the Sixers picked first overall was 20 years ago in a tremendous draft. Allen Iverson was the pick, and he certainly led Philadelphia to plenty glory.
With the first pick in the 1996 NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Allen Iverson from Georgetown University.
Iverson led the way in that 96 draft. Look at the other guys who came out of that. Ray Allen, Kobe Bryant, Steve Nash, Jermaine O'Neal. You know, Samaki Walker and his hat were drafted before Kobe Bryant that year. Remember that, the white top hat?
Yeah, I do remember that.
You were all over.
He's what got me off the hook.
Todd Fuller was drafted before Kobe Bryant.
No fewer than 4 Hall of Famers in that shot, by the way, of those first 5 players chosen.
It is an inexact science, and Philadelphia, who really has bungled the science, it seems, in recent years. They perfected the science of losing. They've done so supposedly with a plan to try to get to this point, to stockpile some draft picks. They have 3 first-round picks tonight. They pick in the top 3 for the 3rd straight year, tying the longest streak ever in NBA history. And these are the guys that they've added. Jahlil Okafor was the 3rd pick last year. Joel Embiid out of Kansas, due to myriad injuries, has not played yet. But Embiid has been cleared, and they hope to finally get him on the court this season. Now, Philadelphia planning to be active here, would like to move up in the draft again. Mark Stein joins us now. So, Mark, what are you hearing from the Sixers right now in terms of who they'd like to move and perhaps get another draft pick?
The Sixers want that #3 pick from Boston, and I'm told that they're offering Nerlens Noel, number 24 and number 26 tonight, and Robert Covington. They put all that on the table, trying to get Boston to surrender the #3 pick, presumably so they can go get Chris Dunn. Now, the Celtics have been searching all day for a better offer, but at this point, word is Philadelphia's in the lead for that #3 pick.
All right, Mark, you see the Sixers have endured the process for a while. We're told the pick is just about in. Is that a good deal quickly, Jalen, if they make that the Noel deal?
No, that is not a good deal. You select Chris Dunn. Do not make that move.
But Boston, do not make the deal from Boston's standpoint.
Absolutely.
And the first pick in the draft, we believe it is going to be Ben Simmons. That's not a very well-kept secret. Here is the commissioner, Adam Silver, with the first pick for this 2016 draft.
With the first pick in the 2016 NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Ben Simmons from Melbourne, Australia, and Louisiana State University. NBA.
A sizable Sixers contingent on hand to celebrate this pick. Ben Simmons from Australia. At various points in his career, he's been compared in terms of skills to a LeBron James type of players. You see Johnny Jones has coached for 1 year at LSU, and that Sixers hat now goes on to Simmons as he makes his way to greet Adam Silver. So what do we get here from Ben Simmons with the Sixers, JB?
Well, you have a 20-year-old, 6'10", 245-pound, essentially forward with point guard skills. He can put the ball on the deck, and he is an outstanding finisher near the rim with either hand. He's got a 40-inch vertical. He averaged 5 assists per game as a forward at LSU. He's a big-time passer that has full-court vision. He can pass out of the post. He's also shown to be a big-time rebounder. When he gets a defensive rebound, he can rip and go and take it in the open floor and complete a play in transition as a point guard would. He is not a great shooter. Only took 3 three-pointers on the year, making 1, and did not shoot much from the perimeter at all.
Did you say a forward with point guard skills? How about this guy? Somebody that we all know very well, and you coach, Jay. Grant Hill. He was 6'8", 225, and would bang on you, as you see. 7-time All-Star, 5 All-NBA teams, played 18 seasons and made $143 million playing basketball. And by the way, freshman year, just like Ben Simmons, they both made 1 three-point shot.
Well, I mean, this is the thing that's always learned, or it can be learned. If he works hard enough at it, he can learn how to do it. Everything that the Sixers, every category, they're near the bottom or at the bottom. So Simmons doesn't have to worry about only shooting. He does so many things so well, as Jay has been pointing out. Those things alone can help elevate the 76ers over time. But let's face it, they got a long way to go, and so does he.
You see, the third #1 overall pick for the Sixers is Simmons. He bears more in common with Doug Collins and Allen Iverson. Collins was the first pick after the Sixers won 9 games the previous year. This 76er team won just 10, so a lot on Ben Simmons' shoulders. Visiting now with Lisa Salt.
Ben, this is what everyone expected, but it's now finally here. So can you share what it was like to be selected #1 overall?
It's amazing. You know, I'm happy that Sixers chose me. I've been working so hard to get to this point. You know, it's a great city, and I'm looking forward to getting to Philly.
Philly is the only team that you worked out for. So how are you so sure that this is going to be a good fit for you?
For Philly, it feels good. I feel relaxed. You know, I'm comfortable with the system. Great coaches, great people, a great young team, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Now, you already have a connection because your father played for the head coach of the 76ers, Brett Brown, and he is standing by now with our Andy Katz. Andy?
All right, thank you, Lisa. Yes, it was 1989 that David Simmons played for Brett Brown in Australia. So with that being said, David, what kind of advice can you give your son about playing for Coach Brown?
I think Coach Brown's a very passionate coach and loves the sport and is very detailed. So if Ben just follows his lead, I think he'll do just fine.
When did you realize he could be an NBA player?
Well, we talk about this all the time, and maybe not to the past couple of years, as you know, a lot of hurdles to jump in. You have to maintain whatever it is, position you have, and Ben's done a fantastic job of maintaining that #1 ranking on most people's books for the past few years.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Back to you, Reese.
Andy, David, thank you very much. Lakers on the clock now, just over 2 minutes to make their pick. Before we get to Los Angeles, Tom Penn. Tom, now the Sixers may make a lot more moves tonight, but how does Ben Simmons fit in right now?
Yeah, a long way to go. Take a look at the roster. Let's take a bigger picture look at what they have to improve their team and where he fits in with the rest of the work they've done. 6'11", Noel, 7 foot. Okafor, 6'11", 6'10". Not too many small guys on the floor, right? That's a problem. So what are they going to do the rest of the night? We hear they're hunting for the Boston pick. Could they make that trade that has been proposed and bring in the 3rd pick and a guard? Or could they go and make a young player for young player deal? Let's say D'Angelo Russell for Okafor. They weren't that far apart last year, right? Why not flip-flop? Something like this could happen, and then we get to the next phase of things where there's salary cap space to play with. $55 million for Brian Colangelo. Everybody else has got money, but there's a lot of work to happen here. The beauty of it is every decision goes through the filter. How does it complement this new franchise pillar? Getting #1 gives them clarity of direction. Now we get to see what they do.
All right, Tom, so the 76ers have a guy they're confident in building around. The Lakers have less than a minute to make their selection. They took D'Angelo Russell last year. They've got 3 consecutive losing seasons. What should the Lakers do, Jay?
They need scoring on the perimeter as well as perimeter defense. Brandon Ingram, to me, should be the choice, especially when you're going against Kawhi Leonard and Kevin Durant, so many big-time wings in the Western Conference.
So now the Lakers, with those 3 straight losing seasons, all of the drama surrounding D'Angelo Russell, Brandon Ingram expected to be the guy that they'll try to build a winning future around. Here's Adam Silver.
With the second pick in the 2016 NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select Brandon Ingram from Duke University.
Ingram averaged better than 17 points per game, shot better than 40% from 3 for Mike Krzyzewski's Blue Devils. And according to ESPN Analytics, this is the guy that is most likely to perform at an all-star level in his first 5 years in the NBA. He's a terrific offensive player because of the body type. There have been comparisons to Kevin Durant. That's a lofty standard, but certainly it's a great place to start for Brandon Ingram and the Lakers.
Another multi-dimensional player. Brandon Ingram is the youngest college player in this draft. He is a full year younger than Ben Simmons. And he's a guy that's got great length with a 7'3" wingspan. He's got shooting ability, stretches it well out to three-point range. He made 83s this year, blocked over 40 shots. He's an isolation scorer. You can put him on the left side or the right side of the floor. More on the left, he can get to the rim, he can post up. He's got excellent shooting range and a terrific feel for the game, and he got much better as the season went along. Got off to a slow start. Shot 43% from 3 after November. Missed a lot of shots early, and then really started knocking shots down with great regularity. 83s is the second most by a Duke freshman since J.J. Redick hit 95 his freshman year. He is also a very good passer and a very good handler. Rebounds well, even though his slight ability is stronger than he looks. And that 7'3" wingspan really helps him on the defensive end because he may not be quick enough to stay in front of point guards at that size, but the length really helps him. He blocks shots, he gets deflections, just a really good player that would be worthy of #1 if not for Simmons.
And that slight ability you talk about takes me away from Kevin Durant, because Kevin Durant can play 4 and small ball. So that leaves me to Paul George, who plays 2, he plays 3. He's also an isolation scorer. He's also been on all defensive teams, all NBA, will be on Team USA. A terrific two-way player, one of the best we have in the game.
So Brandon Ingram now goes to a franchise that won 17 games last year for the first time since 1996. They'll start without Kobe Bryant on the roster. Brandon Ingram gets to step into Los Angeles with Lisa Salt.
Storied franchise reinventing itself since Kobe Bryant is retired. What immediate impact do you think that you will be able to have in Los Angeles?
Just leadership. I know going into Duke, I was a little shy. I shied away from leadership and being vocal. But knowing, being under Coach K, just bringing up some professionalism to the team and just try to impact with scoring and my defending ability.
Now, one of the first things I said when I saw you yesterday was, look how skinny you are. There have been questions about your durability possibly in the NBA because you are a thin guy. What do you say about those concerns?
I'm only 18. Of course, weight is going to come naturally, but I'm focused on getting stronger right now. I have inner strength that no one knows about, and I'm just continue to get stronger each and every day.
Good luck in LA. Congratulations to you, Brandon. Reese.
And Lisa, the league's better when the Lakers are good. Is this the right step, Michael?
Well, I can see him in a lineup with Jordan Clarkson and Julius Randle. The question is then, what do the Lakers do as they try to establish a culture and an identity going forward? What do they do with D'Angelo Russell? I mean, do you want Russell in that lineup as well? I would not. Jalen, again, Clarkson, Randle, fine, because you know you're going to want the ball in his hands so much at the time. His usage ought to be high. What do you do with Russell?
And if you are to move Russell, it'll probably be for the spot at center, where Roy Hibbert has become a declining player over the last couple of seasons.
All right, so Brandon Ingram, we know he can score. He's stronger than he looks sometimes. Tom, as you break down the analytics surrounding Brandon Ingram, how does it fit in with the Lakers and what can he bring?
Yeah, the stat geeks love him. He's #1 in ESPN's grade at 90.5. It takes in all these factors: shooting, youth, length, all of that. The differentiator, Reese, is the shooting and the distance. 41% from 3. That means it's 62% from 2 because 3 is worth more than 2. And then it's more than that. You get to the versatility and the ability to drive. Jay's already broken it down, but he can get to the rim and finish. He can also stand on the perimeter, accept that pass, and finish. And then he can make the pass, too. Luke Walton coming from Golden State. How do they play with guys just like that? So he's a perfect fit for the new coach and the new system Going to take a little while, but his versatility makes him a big boom candidate.
All right, Tom, so as expected, Simmons has gone to Philadelphia. Ingram has gone to the Lakers. Welcome to the 2016 NBA Draft, which is officially starting now with the Boston Celtics on the clock. They have less than a minute to make their selection. The Celtics won 48 games last year, but they have the 3rd overall pick because of this trade back in 2013. The Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Jason Terry deal that came through the Brooklyn Nets. The Celtics got draft picks, and you know what's more? They have the right to swap first-round picks with the Nets next year. The Nets probably aren't going to be good, so Boston may be right back up here again. They have 8 draft picks in this draft tonight. They have 3 in the first round at the moment. They are one of 4 teams in the draft to have 3 first-round picks at the moment. So now with 20 seconds left on the clock, Michael, what do you think that Boston should do right here? Continue to try to make a move?
Yes, because you can select a player, and it can still be an attractive trade situation because other teams are looking at the player you've selected, and then you can make the deal. So just because we don't have a deal announced now, and Danny Ainge hasn't made one yet, doesn't mean he's not going to.
You know, in the last 30 years, only one other team has won 48 games or more and had a pick in the top 3 spots of the draft. You remember who it was?
No.
I mean, they screwed it up royally, too. The Detroit Pistons.
Oh, wow.
They took Darko. They took
I
Darko.
should know the answer to that.
2003. They left Carmelo on the table. They left Chris Bosh out there and Dwayne Wade. So maybe that's why Danny Ainge wants to get rid of this thing.
Absolutely, but they have so many players on the perimeter that have shown they can be productive. And if you're going to take the asset, to me, it's Chris Dunn. But however, they need interior anchor help. So I agree with you. If you do take the pick, because I would not do that trade.
But Noel would not be your guy providing that defensive anchor help.
Noel will be more so than Okafor, because Okafor, to me, while he's a scorer, he's going to be a ball stopper and not a rim protector, as opposed to Noel, who's going to be able to get up and down the floor and play better defense.
I think Okafor will be a ball stopper, and then he puts the ball through the net. That'll stop everything.
He got to massage it a little bit, though.
And I'll tell you what, if I watch Darko Milicic work out right now, I might still draft him. That dude was great in workouts.
Workouts? There are a lot of guys in this draft that had some workouts that opened some eyes and moved up the draft board, and you can understand why it happens, because players mature at different rates, and sometimes you have to take a little bit of a flyer there. Boston, though, I'm not sure Boston is a team that should take a big flyer right now. It's close. They may not be good enough to win a championship.
They don't need to.
They're good enough to win 50 games.
They're just not in need of somebody who can't help contribute. 48 wins. And they look like the team right now. We haven't hit free agency yet, but they look like the team that is closest to providing some sort of resistance to Cleveland if they have a big night tonight and a free agent.
They got to have a big-time guy, though, right?
You take the best available player. I mean, if you look back over the course of the draft, you can say, well, we've already got this, and then you pass up on something that is much more valuable than your need. And right now, I happen to think that Chris Dunn of Providence is the best available player. Now, reasonable minds can differ, but if it were my choice, I'd take Dunn. I wouldn't hesitate.
Celtics are going to make this pick, 3rd overall. The big question of the night is, will they keep it throughout the night and making the pick for themselves or for someone else? Boston with its first of 3 first-rounders. Here's Adam Silver.
With the 3rd pick in the 2016 NBA Draft, the Boston Celtics select Jaylen Brown from the University of California, Berkeley.
Perhaps a surprise to some, Jaylen Brown averaged nearly 15 points in his lone season for the sturdy Golden Bears. Just this week, he went back to Boston for another workout and another chat with the Celtics press. And again, trades have to go through the league. I'm not suggesting we know anything. I'm just saying we can pump the brakes just a little. But if this is the Celtics' choice, what do you think of it?
I like it because with his size at 6'6", he can play in the backcourt, he can play in the front court, he can be a ball handler, a guy that plays on the ball, off the ball. Defensively, he'll be able to compete. He has the athleticism and the strength to go against some of the elite wing players we have in the game.
Danny Ainge is also saying is as good as he is, we don't need another guard. Even if that guard is projected and best athlete available, as Jay suggested, we don't need that on this team going forward right now.
And Jaylen Brown is a big-time athlete. You know, he's 6'7", he's got a wingspan close to 7 feet. He plays really hard. He's an emotional player. He attacks the rim and can finish with either hand. Now, he's got limited range on his shots. He shot 31% on jump shots, 29% from the three-point line. He had 67 assists, 105 turnovers. That was the worst rate in efficiency in Division I among players with 60 or more assists. But you put him in isolation, you put him in pick and roll, and he can attack downhill and get some things done. He's a physical specimen. He's got a great body. His body is NBA ready right now.
You say NBA ready body. How about this guy? When he first came into the league, averaged 25 and 5 for the Sacramento Kings. Tyreek Evans. That's who he reminds me of. The ability to do the 1-2 step, get towards the basket, continues to attack, playing downhill. Jump shot's going to be a work in progress. I really like this for the Boston Celtics.
So Jaylen Brown, who is without an agent to represent him in terms of negotiating with teams, going to do it himself with some advising from Isaiah Thomas, goes 3rd overall to the Boston Celtics. He's with Lisa Salters.
Now, Jaylen, you were telling us yesterday that you were thinking you were going to go somewhere in the top 10, but did you think, really, that you were going to go as high as number 3?
I honestly had no idea. I was sweating bullets over there. I was so nervous, but I'm glad I've ended up where I am.
Now, you do not have an agent. You told us that you feel like you can speak for yourself, but you have been getting advice from Isaiah Thomas, who you met at Cal. What advice has Isaiah given you about what the next steps are for you in negotiating through this process?
Just enjoy it. You know, I'm still a kid. That's what he still says. He reminds me of that. I'm only 19, and sometimes we forget that because I'm trying to do things so independently. But just be a kid. Be yourself. Never compromise your values, and always remember who you are and where you came from.
Well, good luck and congratulations on going to Boston.
All right, thank you.
Reese.
All right, Lisa, reaction from Jaylen Brown's camp was a positive one. This is a unique young man. He went to Cal, and in his freshman year, he took a graduate-level class there. He wore a coat and tie to all of his interviews with the NBA team, saying that he understood that the NBA was a business. Now, the Celtics were really good defensively. They didn't shoot it well, about 44% on the season. Jaylen Brown, assuming he stays, doesn't necessarily help that part of it.
Well, he is the only draftee that was the captain of the chess team in middle school. And that is something.
Do you know he's the only one, or you just know he is one of them?
That's a good point. Yeah. And you can't really elect a captain because other guys may have been great leaders on their chess teams. He was just captain.
Here's the one. No, if you mentioned that Simmons' jump shot is not broken, JB, is his broken? I mean, is it fundamentally so unsound that they have to rebuild his shot?
No, he's got a decent stroke. He's not a great ball handler. You know, the turnovers show that. He was a little bit wild at times, but he's really good in transition. I mean, physically, he's ready. I mean, he's got all the tools, and he's one of these risk-reward guys at number 3. You take him at 3, he's got some developing to do, but the tools are all there. And he's a great kid. He's a hard worker. He seems to get it, but he's one of those guys that's got a ways to go. We talked about that. He was one of that quartet that I thought people could swing for the fences at. I didn't see it at 3. That's higher than I would have expected for Jaylen Brown.
Boston has a lot of opportunities to mix the puzzle pieces around. They have 3 first-round picks. So, too, do the Phoenix Suns. Now, the Suns, if they can stay healthy, they're good in the backcourt. They weren't healthy this past year and had the second fewest wins in franchise history, only 23. They've missed the playoffs the last 6 years. That is a team record. Devin Booker out of Kentucky was an NBA all-rookie first-teamer, averaging nearly 14 points per game. He's a terrific shooter. And Earl Watson, hired as head coach on April 19th after taking over on an interim basis from Jeff Hornacek, who was fired in early February. So now the Suns have an opportunity with their draft picks tonight, number 4 slot. America's team, as some would call them, with a half-minute left to make the pick here. You have said that you think it's going to be Marquise Chris, and it should be, and you think he has a huge upside.
That's who I would take if I'm the Phoenix Suns. They're a team that wants to get up and down the floor, and if you look at their bigs, Tyson Chandler, he gives them rebound and defense and toughness, and Lynn gives them some post-up scoring and a 15-foot shooter. But I think they need a stretch 4, and for them to open up the floor for players like Booker to really get to the basket, not only score, but have somebody to kick it out to.
So would you not take Chris in this position? You want a guy who can stretch more?
No, that's what I would say. I would take Chris, absolutely.
And he's a great athlete. He's just got a ways to go. The other guy that could be a stretch 4 is Dragan Bender from Croatia, who's playing with Maccabi Tel Aviv.
But now the question about Bender, I would think, the consensus is he's going to take a while. Maybe Chris will too, but Phoenix needs to win now, right? So does that enter into your thinking at this point?
It does, but you have to balance it. I mean, everybody wants to win now, but 5 years isn't really 4 or 5 years isn't really that long of a period. And if you're willing to wait, you can have a great asset in 4 years. Why not pull the trigger on that? That's the hard decision, because if it doesn't pay off, if the player doesn't develop, then you got to explain it. But that's sort of the Godfather. This is the business we've chosen. Everybody understands.
And Booker and Lynn are not guys who are ready to win now anyway.
Right.
So you're going to have to grow with them. So that seems like that Chris would be a nice fit in that package.
But the other thing you got to think about if you're the Phoenix Suns, you've had a couple of productive point guards that you let get away. In particular, Isaiah Thomas. So now you look at Chris Dunn, he falls to you. That has to be a part of your decision-making process as well.
They still have Bledsoe, though, and I hope that he'll be healthier, too, as well.
And Knight.
And Brandon Knight, too. So, Phoenix, time is expiring. They'll have their pick coming in just a few minutes. You had a look at Dragan Bender a moment ago. We had a report during our pre-draft show that perhaps it wasn't as much of a slam dunk that Marquise Chris was headed to Phoenix. Now, the decision has been made. The pick is in. Adam Silver will let us know who the Suns will take with the 4th overall pick.
With the 4th pick in the 2016 NBA Draft, the Phoenix Suns select Dragan Bender from Croatia. He last played for Maccabi Tel Aviv.
Bender, as we touched on, is a highly thought-of talent. He's only 18 years old. Turned 19 in November. Only averaged 5 points a game playing this year for Maccabi Tel Aviv, but the reason for that, he was playing at a level where older players tend to soak up a lot of the playing time, but Bender is highly regarded because of some of the workouts that we've talked about. Young man from Croatia going to the Suns with the 4th overall pick. So I guess now that we've made 4 picks, 2 went as scripted, but the numbers 3 and 4 picks from Boston and Phoenix, 2 of the teams who will control this first round with the number of picks, have been a bit of a surprise to see Dragan Bender greeting Adam Silver. He is now a member of the Phoenix Suns, at least for the moment. Let's take a look at the coach's playbook, brought to you by Speed Stickner, International Man of Mystery, Fran Fraschilla.
All right, Reese, what Phoenix has done is they've drafted a 7'1" piece of NBA silly putty. What do I mean by that? Ryan McDonough is going to turn this kid over to Earl Watson and the coaching staff and say mold him, because you're not going to find very often a 7'1" kid with agility, with skill, and some toughness. First thing you like about him is he's a pick and pop format. He can really stretch the floor. Shot at about 36% this year from behind the international line. But that will be one of his go-to strengths in the league. Then you like his athleticism. He's agile. He can move his feet. He can guard and pick and roll, and he can run the floor. And like you mentioned, if you put this kid as he hits a jump hook in a gym with the best 19-year-olds in the world, Dragan Bender is going to be at the top of that chart. So Phoenix is not going to get a lot out of him early.
Your free agent, I'll take Dunn.
But I would play him 12 minutes a game, and I would make sure that they develop him over the next 82 games. Go to work, Earl Watson, with your coaching staff.
All right, Fran, there is the inevitable comparison that's going to come real quickly, Fran, with Kristaps Porzingis. They went the same spot in the draft. Real quickly, what are the differences between Bender and Porzingis?
28 months, Reese. Porzingis is 28 months older, 16 months older at the same time a year ago. And Porzingis was proven at the second best league in the world in Spain. Bender didn't play much, as you mentioned, so it's not like he can't be a Porzingis, but he's probably at least a year away from what Kristaps did last year for the New York Knicks. But you gotta like him because of the size, length, and athleticism.
And certainly the success of Porzingis made people much more receptive to Bender going number 4 to the Suns. He's with Lisa Salt.
Dragan, you played in Israel the last couple of years, so many NBA fans may not be familiar with your game. Just how would you describe your style of play?
Right. Just overall, versatile player. I can do a lot of things on the both ends of the floor. In defense, just, switch on multiple positions, stay in the front of the guards, no perimeter. And in offense, just a big guy who can stretch the floor and shoot from outside. and deliver the ball with extra pass and everything, and handle the ball on open court and a half court.
You were explaining to me yesterday that it's been a tough year, a tough season in Israel. The team didn't do as well as expected. You had trouble getting minutes, but just now you told me you feel so much relief. Why the relief? You're going to the Phoenix Suns.
I have over here, people with me that I started doing this, since I was 12 years old with the academy in Croatia. And right now, having people over here and just after all these years of hard work, everything is paid off with a one night over here. And, a dream come true, and, it's a great feeling. It's relieving, after this week, after this